Google just published the clearest answer yet on how websites should think about visibility in AI search. In this video, I'm going to show you the top 7 ways to increase your website's visibility to AI large language models and Gemini, based on what Google actually tells us. The payoff is practical. If your site cannot be crawled, trusted, understood, and selected as a useful source, it is much harder to show up when AI systems assemble an answer. Google is not telling publishers to throw out SEO. The article says generative AI features in search still use Google's core ranking systems and search index. That means the basics still matter. But the reason they matter has changed. You are no longer only trying to rank a blue link. You're trying to become a reliable source that an AI answer can retrieve, cite, and send qualified users toward. Google's biggest claim is simple. There is no separate magic trick for AI optimization. The page says to focus on unique, satisfying content for people. Then make sure Google can access and understand it. For AI search, that matters because the system can run multiple related searches behind the scenes, pull from the index, and use those results to build a response. If the normal search system cannot work with your pages, the AI layer has less to use.
So the 7 moves are not hacks. They are the parts of Google's guidance that matter most when a large language model has to choose sources. Make the page accessible, make the content useful enough to quote, cover the follow-up questions, show original evidence, use structured data accurately, keep the page experience clean. Then, measure what changes as AI search sends different kinds of visitors.
Move 1. Make the content crawlable and indexable. This sounds basic, but it becomes more important when AI search depends on retrieval. Google says to verify that Googlebot can access the page, that robots rules are not blocking important content, and that the page can be indexed. The payoff is simple. If your best answer lives behind blocked scripts, no index tags, broken canonicals, or an app shell that hides the substance, the AI system has a weaker source to work with. Move 2. Write pages that are answer-worthy, not just keyword-matched. Google's guide keeps returning to useful, reliable, people-first content. For AI answers, that means a page should make a specific claim, explain it clearly, and satisfy the task the searcher is actually trying to complete. Thin category pages, vague thought leadership, and spun summaries are weak candidates because they do not give the model much substance to use. Move 3. Cover the follow-up questions around the main query. Google describes query fan-out, where the system can run related searches to understand a topic more deeply. That is a major clue. A page that only answers the headline question may lose to a page that answers the decision around it. Cost, timing, trade-offs, steps, failure cases, comparisons, and what to do next. The payoff is broader retrieval for the same user intent. Move 4. Publish original evidence. Google is blunt that content should be unique and useful. For businesses, this is where AI optimization gets more concrete. Show the data from your product, your tests, your customers, your pricing, your process, your screenshots, your benchmarks, or your field experience. Large language models are already good at repeating public summaries. Your advantage is giving them facts that cannot be found everywhere else. Move 5. Make the page structure easy to understand. Google does not say structured data is a shortcut into AI answers. It says structured data should match visible page content and help Google understand what is on the page. Use clear headings, descriptive titles, author and organization details, product facts, dates, prices where relevant, and schema when it accurately describes the content. The payoff is cleaner machine understanding, not a guaranteed AI citation. Move 6. Reduce friction on the page. Google still talks about page experience because people still need to land somewhere after the AI answer. If the page is slow, ad-heavy, hard to read, or impossible to use on mobile, visibility is not the only problem. The visitor may bounce before they trust you. For AI-driven traffic, the visit may be more qualified, which makes the post-click experience more valuable. Move 7. Measure qualified demand, not just raw clicks. Google says AI experiences can change click behavior because users may get more context before they visit. That means fewer low-intent clicks can still be a win if the visits that remain are better. Watch Search Console, landing pages, branded demand, assisted conversions, signups, sales calls, and the questions users ask after they arrive. The payoff is knowing whether AI visibility is creating business value. If your page is technically accessible, deeply useful, and backed by original evidence, it can serve two roles at once. It can rank in traditional search, and it can become source material for AI results. That is the shift. The page is not only a destination, it is also an input into the answer layer, which means clarity and evidence become distribution assets. What about Gemini specifically? Google separates search AI features from Gemini apps, but the practical advice overlaps. Gemini can only be more useful when the web has accessible, high-quality information to draw from, and Google tells publishers to think carefully about access controls. If you block content from Google systems, you may reduce how that content can appear across AI experiences. If you allow access, make sure the page is accurate enough to represent you. The trap is building AI slop for AI systems. Google is not asking for pages stuffed with question headings, synthetic paragraphs, and fake expertise. It is asking for content that helps people and can be processed by search. If your page reads like it was created only to catch every possible AI prompt, it probably fails the human side of the test. And Google is still very clear that people-first content is the baseline. A better way to think about this is source design. Make every important page answer a real question, show why the answer is trustworthy, and make the next step obvious. A service page should say who it is for, what problem it solves, what proof exists, what it costs or how pricing works, what the limits are, and how someone starts. That is useful to a person, and it is legible to a model. Strategically, AI search rewards brands that have answer depth, not only homepage authority. A small company can compete if it publishes the best explanation of a narrow problem, the clearest comparison in a niche, or the most useful implementation guide. You do not need to outpublish the internet. You need pages that Google can retrieve when the user asks the specific question you are qualified to answer. So the 7-part checklist is straightforward. Make pages crawlable, make them useful enough to cite, cover the follow-up questions, add original evidence, structure the page clearly, reduce friction after the click, measure whether the visits are becoming more qualified. That is the practical version of Google's AI optimization guide. It is less glamorous than a secret ranking factor, but it is much more useful. If you already have a site, the fastest improvement is usually not publishing 100 new AI pages. Start with pages that already get impressions or convert customers. Ask whether the page answers the real buying or research question, whether the proof is visible, whether the title matches the promise, and whether the next step is obvious. Then improve the page as a source. Add examples, decisions, limits, dates, screenshots, and clearer sections. That is a better use of time than spraying generic articles at every keyword variation. A practical 90-day plan would look like this. In month 1, fix crawl and indexation problems on the pages that matter most. In month 2, rewrite the top pages so they answer the full decision, not just the head keyword. In month 3, add original evidence. Product screenshots, customer examples, pricing clarity, process details, benchmarks, or real comparisons. The payoff is a site that is easier for Google search to rank and easier for AI systems to use responsibly. The bottom line, AI optimization is not a separate content factory. It is disciplined publishing for systems that retrieve, summarize, and cite. If Google can access your page, understand it, trust it, and see that it satisfies the task, you have a better shot at showing up in AI search experiences. For more practical AI development and search strategy videos, subscribe to Build Things with AI.